And we've bought a lot of project cars in our lives.
Yeah, and along the way, we've learned a lot about doing that.
Yeah, we've learned that it's more of an art form, and we've learned that by screwing it up.
So today we decided that we're gonna show you guys how to buy your first project car and not get screwed.
Got a little shake in her step. Yeah, and for the sake of education and your learning, maybe by the end of this video, we'll buy ourselves a new project car. Whoa, whoa, what is that?
For you.
For education.
I'm not touching it, I'm telling you. Oh! For learning.
But what even is a project car?
Well, it's actually an acronym, Job.
Oh.
It stands for Perpetual Repair Operation.
Just expecting complete, total catastrophe and ruin.
Pretty good.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good until you remember that we're pros.
Yeah.
Perpetual repair operators. And if you stick with it, you can be a pro too. But really, a project car is anything that tickles your fancy. Anything you like can be a project car. You wanna go play in the dirt?
You think this thing will start? Oh, we didn't connect it. You like big, silly, dumb trucks?
You wanna go drive on curvy roads? You wanna go sliding? They're all project cars. The purpose of a project car is to learn about working on and modifying a car. Now, of course, half the fun is driving and experiencing your project car, but the other half is learning how to fix and modify it.
So once you decide the area of project car you want to enter into, there's some other constraints you need to consider.
That's right, and the first and foremost is probably budget. You need to figure out how much money you're willing or able to spend. And you should take into account the fact that you're probably gonna need to fix some things on that project car, so if you have a few $1,000s, you need to save some of that to work on the thing.
There's been times when I've looked for project cars where you're like, I would rather spend $3,500 now than $1,500 and know that that $2,000 goes a long way towards me making this thing actually work and run. So you got to juggle that in your head and do the math a little bit and just be smart. So you got budget. What other things should we look at, Joe?
Well, up next, I think difficulty level. You need to be honest with yourself about your skill set. If you are a beginner and maybe you don't have any tools, then buying a non-running complete shit bucket is probably not a good idea.
Keep that in mind. You don't need to impress anyone.
And sometimes it can be enticing, you know, it's like $1,000 for this thing. All the other ones are $3,000, $4,000. Well, $1,000 for a reason.
I can weld that floor pan in, no problem.
Yeah, and the next thing you know, you're doing a drag race down the streets and your floor pan flies
off, there's sparks everywhere.
Danger intake manifold.
So you know your genre car, you got a budget, and you know the difficulty level, what it's gonna take to get that thing going.
Yeah.
What else should we look at?
Some aftermarket support and some popularity. This will let you get parts, whether they're replacement or modification parts. You can get them for a reasonable price and on a reasonable timeline when you're working on a platform that is popular.
And there's gonna be all sorts of people who have gone down this road before and encountered their problems that now they post online or they talk on forums, and then you can go and take all that data so you don't have to figure that out on your own.
That's right. For every popular platform out there, every issue that can be had has been had.
Right.
And it's on the internet. And then you get to benefit from that and learn every time you run into an issue, just hop on the internet, go to your Facebook group, and you will find the answer to your problems. And you'll also find some friends.
Yeah, that's another thing. This community of people that you're going to be embarking in this thing with are going to be your friends.
Yeah.
They just inevitably will be, and that's the cool thing. So,
So if you hate Jeep people, don't buy a Jeep.
Don't buy a Jeep. Or buy a Jeep because you want to change the culture from the inside.
Be the change you want to see.
Okay, so now that we have kind of a good criteria and list of things to go searching for a project car, how about we go, just kind of explore the space?
Yeah, let's hypothetically see what maybe we would want.
Yeah.
Now here we've got a nice collection of some pretty good options for your first potential project car. Most of these can be had for pretty cheap, and they all have a very robust aftermarket.
We got trucks, we got front wheel drive cars, rear wheel drive cars, V8s, inline 4s, inline 6s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, all which are pretty good representation of when you're online searching for your first project car. You're probably gonna run into most of these options.
Yeah, you'll see all these and then you'll narrow it down based on what you like. So let's do that, hypothetically.
The hypothetical project car search for us, just for fun.
Yeah, just for fun's sake and learning.
Yeah.
$5,000 or less. So that means I think a few of these can come out. I don't think you're getting a $5,000 S2000.
Don't think so. These are great. I don't think you'll find one for $5,000.
Okay, get it out of there.
I say no.
And let's see. We've already got an E46, so I think let's get that out of there.
Yeah.
Civic, yeah, we've kind of been there.
Been there, done that. A
We got a
Miata.
Miata here. I think
Been there.
Maybe
done
someday
that.
again.
We want to get into truck stuff yet?
Not any more than we already are.
We skipped little trucks and now we're into big trucks, so no truck.
All right, so now let's think about what we're gonna do with this car. What is its purpose? I think we should build a party car.
We recently were at an event at COTA, right? It would have been so fun if we had a car there, we could throw people in, skid around, drive around, have people take photos with.
Yeah, even just something to bring to things that we do, a car that we can all kind of hop in and go rip around on. Something that we're not too precious about.
Right.
Something that'll have some dings and dents, but that's okay.
We can drift it, we can grip drive it, we can just take it to the canyons. Just a fun all-purpose vehicle.
Yes, and you mentioned one of my favorite things, which is drifting, which does mean something. It means it should be rear-wheel drive.
Rear-wheel drive, so that's gonna start eliminating stuff.
Yes.
Subi, all-wheel drive, no.
Celica, front-wheel drive, no.
No.
Cobalt, front-wheel drive, no.
No.
RSX, front-wheel drive, no thank you. We got all-wheel drive.
All-wheel drive, Fiero.
Fiero, you can just go ahead and...
We're just gonna take that off the list altogether. A Neon, no.
I see an Eclipse, which
Eclipse?
I do love those, but...
All-wheel drive or front-wheel drive, so no.
Integra almost got past me.
Ooh, Integra. All right.
Okay, Crown Vic.
Gotta shift it. Well, we're still split. We got some UK, we got some Japan, we got some America.
Now, when I hear party car, I think of the sounds of a V8. I don't know why, but I think I want a V8.
Well, because you're from Ohio and you're a party boy, and you know, you grew up in an era where V8s are just tingling your jinglings.
Yeah.
Well, that's gonna start narrowing stuff down pretty quick.
Let's clear out the stuff that isn't V8 and see how we feel.
So we're left with a couple of pony cars.
Mustangs and Camaros.
Camaros, whoa. Well, I will say this, I already have one of
That's
these.
true, we should have taken that out
This
earlier,
thing is
probably.
just the absolute best. If you wanted to be, you know, homies and have double catfishes, that's fine.
Yeah,
But I'll say
I don't know.
we've been down that road. Yeah, I would say not this fourth gen or third gen Camaro. I'm not a fan of.
No, thank you.
There's something to be made about the SN95, but I do agree.
I've always wanted a Fox body.
Me too.
This was almost my first car.
Yeah.
The seatbelts didn't work, so my mom wouldn't let me buy it.
And once you've decided on your ideal project car, where do you go to find it?
That's a great question, Jerry, with an easy answer. All you gotta do is plug in. Here, give me the back of your neck.
Talk to me.
Wait, what is it you guys need?
I need cars. Lots of cars.
Oh, are they coming from it? Are they coming? Oh, I get it.
They're all right here, Jerry, on AutoTempest.
Oh, cool.
Behold.
I get it now. AutoTempest plugs into the back of your brain and it's fed off the energy created by humans living in a vat of amniotic fluid. I taste the steak. There is no spoon. Machine guns in a bag.
No, it's nothing like that. What are you talking about? This is AutoTempest. AutoTempest just aggregates sale ads from all over the internet. If there's a car for sale online, AutoTempest can find it. Whether it's on TrueCar or Hemmings or Cars.com, they even help with Facebook Marketplace. If it's for sale online, AutoTempest can find it. All you gotta do is plug in your criteria and how far away you're willing to go to get it, and boom.
Pretty cool. We're living in the future, man.
That's right.
We're living in the future.
Now we just gotta pick one. All right, Jerry, we got some really good options here. We got a red notchback 4-cylinder out in Indio. We got a white hatchback in Los Angeles. We have a black hatchback in Santa Ana, Tustin. Ooh, and we got a little kind of beat up gray red one in Inglewood.
Oh, okay. Those are pretty good options.
Yeah.
I like the notchback, but it's a 4-cylinder.
True. And I'm gonna feel worse if we, destroy it.
So white auto, the gray one's 5-speed, black one's 5-speed. The black one looks like it's been modified a little bit.
Yeah, it does. Seems like, these all sort of seem like projects, but for 5,000 bucks, that's, what you're getting into.
Do you want to modify someone else's project car or start with a project that's just a little bit more beat up?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I think it's time to send some messages. All right, after sending some more messages, we are on our way to beautiful Santa Ana, California to look at a 1991 Fox Body Mustang. It's a 5-speed, 5-liter, both of which have supposedly been rebuilt. Seems like a pretty good example. It's a little rough around the edges, but this is a good time. Before we get to the guy's place and start looking at the car and get all starry-eyed, this is a good time to kind of bone up on any common issues on whatever platform you're going to check out. Or the most common issue is rust, but that's not as big of a problem out here, and this guy says this car has no rust, so we'll see in about 10 minutes.
don't be so jacked about this thing before you go look at it that when you get there, you're just so amped. You've already kind of in your mind purchased it.
You gotta be willing to walk away.
Yes.
There are other options out there. There's other Fox bodies. I mean, we want to get one quick, but in general, you should be patient. The right one will come along, so try not to buy the wrong one. And try not to buy one that is ultimately a pile of problems. Learn about the platform before you go look at it.
Zero, fire up.
Sounds good.
Got a cool shifter.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has a short shifter.
Does it come with this wood pole?
If you want it.
That might be the deal breaker.
But you got good bones. There is no real rust on the chassis, so that's good. And it runs. Let's see how it drives.
All right, let's see if Joby makes it back.
Whoa.
So loud, it set off an alarm.
Oh yeah, babe. Oh yeah. Okay. I like that. I do like that. Flying around. Oh. Whoa. Whoa. What is that? Some funny front end noises there. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. Yeah. Gotta go through all the gears. Make sure that all works. Yeah, the alignment is bad. The interior is missing. The windows don't currently work. It's hung for idle a little bit. But I think we're onto something here. I like the way it sounds, and I like the way it sounds. Well, now what the hell?
Joby, as he was slowing down, the car died, which isn't a great sign. Now it won't start, so that's not even a better sign. All that stuff we told you ahead of time, like don't be too like committed to something. Gotta be able to walk away. We'll see. We'll see if Joby.
Well, everything was groovy up until the very end. Might just be a loose battery terminal because we just lost most of our battery voltage, so that's the most likely thing.
So we do need the wood pole.
Yeah, I mean, it's showing like 9 volts on the dash. Seems odd.
It could be the battery, but
Battery's got the juice.
It's got the stuff, baby. This is gonna be his life for the next month.
I don't know. I don't know if it is.
What's this relay for?
no idea.
You should have continuity, right, when you do that?
I would, yeah.
Yeah. So I wonder
strange.
if you jumper this, if it'll do it. All right, go for it, dude. I'm not touching it.
Just jump it like you said.
No fucking way. I'm not touching it. I'm telling you, this is like a prank you guys are doing.
Oh!
Yeah, so it's locked up a little bit in there, or
Yeah.
just bad.
I think I have to practice what I preach here and walk away.
This is hurting you.
Well, I really wanted to leave here today with a Fox body, but and I thought we were going to until right about there on the test drive, when it died, and now it won't start, and it won't even try to start. So it seems like there's more than one thing going on, and we're trying to buy a bit of a project, but
Yeah, you want to be
know,
able to drive it for a little
yeah,
bit.
especially for the money. You know, that's not bottom dollar for a Fox body. I'm not doing it.
You don't want it? You don't want the headache off the rip?
I don't know. Maybe we'll come back to it later.
Yeah, maybe we'll come back. We'll see.
Our next option's in Lawndale, California. It's a beautiful 1989 Mustang. No rust. I mean, California's pretty cool in that regard. Look pretty good on this side?
Pretty good. Nothing's dripping. I mean, Well, there is engine oil dripping.
That means it's got engine oil.
Like, imagine all the rust under here.
It looks like there's maybe some on this fender. All in all, I think it looks like more of a drivable car than the one we just looked at. I don't know. I'm gonna pop the hood. Oh yeah, stock stuff.
All stock.
Nice and loose.
Looks like some new-ish spark plug
This thing might
wires.
still have air conditioning. I mean, it's still got the parts.
Yeah.
It's got no belt.
Oh.
Oh my God. It's a little crooked. What's going on there? Oh yeah. Well, it's got the parts.
Look at this breather hose. Oh,
Not
that's
breathing no mo.
got a little bit of oil coming out of the valve covers.
Yeah.
Pop open that air filter cover.
Come on, dude. It's gonna be brand new.
Well, let's see.
Brand
Hey! Some of the fluids here.
Looks pretty dry.
Holy shit. There's nothing in there.
The smell is
Okay.
that of plastic made in 1989, which is to say, like slightly chemically, but also just musty and dusty.
I'm trying to think of like
The amount of
have you been into like the back part of a Dillard's?
yeah.
You know?
Seems like nobody's been there in years.
Yeah, it's very stagnant air, but there's a sense of like leaching from, you know, like the clothes and the cloth and the like linoleum flooring. It kind of has that sort of scent to it.
You like almost feel like it smells like mothballs, but it doesn't.
Doesn't?
Quite.
Yeah.
So this one's pretty rough, but we figured we'd come back later anyways to see it run. And what we saw wasn't great. She got a little shake in her step.
Yeah.
There's more options, you know?
You look so sad.
Back
dude.
on to Messenger.
You know what? You look so sad, but I'm telling you, you'd be sadder if you bought it
I know,
off.
I know. And you know what? It's rainy. You're not allowed to drive Fox bodies in the rain.
All right. I'm glad I woke up for this.
All right, we are in beautiful Compton, California to look at the third Fox body in real life. And Jerry, I got a good feeling about this one.
Sunny days, sunny days. This has been a lot of them that we've been looking at, but not pulling the trigger. This one though seems to be in pretty good shape.
And we found this one listed for $39.50 on eBay via AutoTempest. It is admittedly a project car and it has no smog equipment, but if it runs good, has a clean chassis, and shifts good,
Yeah.
I think we're in business.
Yeah, the interior is by far probably the best we've looked at.
Yeah.
Not like that matters, but it does
Right.
kind of give you an idea of
The
how
life of
well,
the car,
yeah, the life
yeah.
of the car. How was it taken care of?
Yeah.
So, you know, if it's rust free, which it should be.
Yeah.
Motor doesn't sound like a washing machine.
Motor's not trying to leave the engine bay?
Yeah, I think we'll be in business.
Yeah. I think this is the one. I shouldn't jinx it. Shut the We've looked at a couple other ones and they, you know, either shake like crazy or got a wicked tick.
It has a cab, dude, so
Yeah.
that makes it sound a little bit more rough.
Yeah, yeah.
Not too bad. Dude, they all smell the same. They keep that factory smell baked into the interior. It's clean though. This is by far the cleanest one we've seen. He did a 5-lug conversion already. That's cool. He's come standard with 4 lugs, so that's done. He's got headers on it. That's cool. Let's go for a spin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
First one that
First one that runs right. It does have a sunroof.
yeah.
Dude, look at this interior.
I mean, the interior is pretty great.
Luxurious.
This brings me back.
Way
to the first time I was in one
Damn,
of
these
these.
mirrors are tiny.
Wait, where are you?
Yeah, power steering's out.
about
That's
to say.
okay. He says it works, it just leaks it all out from somewhere.
Oh, interesting.
Could use an alignment, but if I'm talking about alignment.
I mean, bro, are you kidding me? Like, this thing is.
Yeah, this is like a car.
It's not that loud. Like,
Yeah.
like go over some of these bumps right here. I mean, that's pretty good.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Oh yeah.
Brakes work.
Brakes work.
Oh, there you go.
Dude, this thing's mint.
That's perfect. What is he asking for?
$39.50.
Whoa.
The cheapest one we've looked at yet.
Look at that. That's why being patient is the key.
Well, the car runs good, shifts good. It's got a few things like power steering's out, radiator leaks, but I think, you know, for the price range you're looking at, you're gonna have some problems, and those are the problems I'm okay with. So I think we're in business. You do $37.50?
Take it, bro. $37.50. I'm gonna watch the channel. I'm
Hell
actually
yeah.
happy where it's
Hell
going.
yeah.
I'm excited
Awesome.
to see.
You happy?
Oh, I'm so happy.
I'm only happy when we were kids next to a Christmas tree. As you grow up, you try to be happy all day, but it's just we're grown men, dude. Like, get happy.
We try to be
We don't get
happy.
sad. It's like, yeah, you can be happy, but tomorrow you're like, what if I did like, I should spend 10 grand, ready to go.
You trying to talk me out of this?
Dude, we gotta
No,
put that on
it's a
shirt.
car. I'm trying to
We
be
don't get
honest.
sad, but we don't get happy.
Exactly.
What are friends for, you know? If you want to put one of these license plate frames on your friend's car, go to bigtime.com. Get your own.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, the radiator does leak a little bit, which is okay. You know, we can replace that, we can fix that. That's no big deal. It just makes the drive home a little more interesting. So we're gonna keep an eye on temps. We got some coolant with us. We're gonna try to drive this thing home without overheating it. If we encounter any issues and we'll pull over, we'll go get the trailer and bring it back the boring way. But I wanna try to drive it home. Let's see what happens. We're Fox Body owners now.
Yeah, baby.
Now we just gotta get this thing home. Well, we did it.
We did it. We are Mustang owners.
That's right. Not only did we buy a Mustang, but we followed our own advice.
Yes.
We stuck to our criteria.
Yes.
And I think we ended up with the perfect project.
Yeah, and you guys got to experience firsthand what it's like to go through and really want something and be, you know, on the verge of pulling the trigger and just being smart, being rational, and being like, you know what, I'm gonna be patient, I'm not gonna pull the trigger, and I think in the end, that worked out for us.
Yeah, it paid off. We've got a car that we bought for less than $4,000 that runs and drives
Yep.
and has a complete interior.
Yep.
Does it need some work? Yes.
Yes.
But it's a project car.
Yeah, it's cool. It's a V8, and it is our Southern boy's dream.
That's right. I want to give a huge thanks to AutoTempest. We couldn't have done it without you guys.
Yeah, we found this by using AutoTempest, got the car on eBay, and we got it under budget, which was
That's
great.
right. By a pretty good amount.
Yeah.
We came in under $4,000, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching this video and everything else here at Big Time. You guys want some merch? Go to bigtime.com, grab you some stuff. We got some new things that are going to be releasing soon.
That's right. So stay tuned for that and what we do with this Mustang.
Yeah.
See you guys next time.
Bye-bye.
I think we have a little misfire.